500 plus na
Wow.
nag-register sa atin.
Wow. Nag-goosebumps ako, nag-goosebumps ako.
Oo, salamat.
Salamat, salamat.
Pina-upgrade nila Alex yung Zoom account natin ngayon. We can accommodate 1,000 here, pero naka-live stream naman tayo.
Okay, okay.
Let's
Thank
hope
you,
na
thank
talagang
you.
maramat. Thank you, Doc Engineer Marie, kasi wala tayo ilo-launch kung hindi nyo na-develop. Maraming salamat. So, let's sila Sean as host, please reserve at least 50 muna. Hindi naman. Siguro 30 Sean na slots for the VIPs. Thank you. See you all later. Break a leg, 'di ba no? Buds, tama ba? Sige. Ingat. Marami pong salamat.
Gas chromatography, atomic absorption spectrophotometer, graphite furnace equipped AAS, automatic analyzer, international organizations. Having continuously participated and showed satisfactory results in the quality assurance programs of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the Biochem Lab offers now a wide range of tests. Meanwhile, the Microbiological Lab is a food laboratory offering a range of tests covering spoilage, indicator and pathogenic microorganisms in food and water samples. The Microlab offers the following: Also, the Microlab conducts isolation and identification of pathogenic microorganisms in food that are of significance to public health. Recently, the laboratory has also started performing molecular pathogen detection in food and bacterial cultures. Using the technology of real-time polymerase chain reaction, detection of Salmonella and Vibrio has become more rapid and accurate. As we are committed to deliver high-quality and timely services, the laboratory is maintained by well-trained, experienced, and PRC-registered chemists and chemical technicians, medical technologists, and registered microbiologists on analysis of different samples. Aside from our commitment to maintain quality data generation, FNRI SL also holds trainings and continuous consultation to customers and stakeholders. In the future, the laboratory aims to expand its services by offering specialized tests to the public. In order to do this, we commit to continuously develop methods and train our laboratory staff for excellence and quality service.
We can't manage work like this. That's why I use Monday.com. My team uses it to manage.
Hi there! Are you aware that there is an updated version of the Food Exchange List in the Philippines? The Food Exchange List, or FEL, was first introduced by a group of experts in the United States in 1950 for appropriate planning of meals for persons with diabetes. The FEL was later adopted by other countries around the world, including the Philippines. In 1953, the Philippine FEL, partnered after the US FEL, was published. This was updated in 1966 using the 1964 Food Composition Tables, or FCTs. With the growing demand to expand the content and use of the FEL, the Sugar Exchange List was added and calculations were updated using the 1980 FCT in 1994. In 2017, the most awaited revision of the FEL was spearheaded by a group of researchers from DOST-FNRI in collaboration with practicing nutrition professionals and well-known nutrition experts in the country. It started with thorough needs assessment among FEL users, conduct of market survey for novel and emerging food products, and identification of commonly used food items via nationwide food consumption survey data, followed by predetermined energy and macronutrient values, portion size weighing and measurement of each food item, assistance from creative directors. Finally, consultation with expert nutritionists, dietitians, and review by selected users took place prior to presentation to the health community. 4th edition food exchange list for planning. Now, let us take a look at the updated macronutrient composition of the 7 food exchange lists. Vegetable exchange list contains 3 grams of carbohydrate and 1 gram protein, providing a total of about 16 calories per exchange. Only vegetables with energy values of 16 calories per exchange were included in the vegetable exchange list. The rest were placed in separate lists except for vegetable garnishes like coriander, which are commonly not consumed in large amounts. The fruit exchange list contains 10 grams of carbohydrates and 40 calories per exchange. The milk exchange list is still classified into 3 subgroups: whole milk, low-fat milk, and non-fat or skimmed milk. One of the major changes was the regrouping of the rice exchange list into 3 subgroups: rice A, B, C, to properly account the protein values. Rice A, B, and C contains 0, 2, and 4 grams of protein respectively. The classification of the meat exchange list is retained along with the corresponding protein, fat, and energy composition. The same holds true with the fat exchange list. Thus, an exchange of fat contains 5 grams of fat and 45 calories. And the sugar exchange list still contains 5 grams of sugar and 20 calories per exchange. Other commonly consumed and new food and beverage items that cannot be listed in the 7 food exchange list are found in the other food lists found in the appendices. In the updated FEL, carbohydrate, protein, and fat contents of each food item were computed based on the 2016 FCTs. Carbohydrate values of food items used available carbohydrate instead of total carbohydrate because available carbohydrate represent only the carbohydrate available to the human body according to FAO. Users have more choices in meal planning with the addition of over 200 new food items. The use of the new FCTs also resulted to transfer of some food items to either different food group list or subgroup, as well as changes in weights for some food items. The new FEL has become more user-friendly since food items are arranged alphabetically based on their Filipino names with their corresponding English or common names, plus photos of selected food items per exchange, and a lot more.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome po to the... Good morning, everyone. Please settle down as we are about to begin in 5 minutes. To make this event running smoothly, here are some reminders. For proper identification, please use the Zoom name format, office name, your name, or just like I renamed mine, DOST FNRI Janelle Aniter. In order to rename your Zoom name in the participants list, on the right side of the Zoom window, hover over your name and click on the rename button. To clearly appreciate the messages of our distinguished speakers and audiovisual presentations, kindly make sure that your audio is muted. Our technical team will also assist us in muting all participants upon entry. For greetings and reactions, please feel free to post it in our chat box. If in case you get disconnected, please click the same Zoom link again. Don't forget to log your attendance using the link provided herein. And kindly accomplish the evaluation form towards the end of this launching. This will be the basis for your certificate of attendance.
Thank you, Ms. Janelle, for the reminders. Please be informed that today's event will be live streamed on DOST FNRI official YouTube channel and Facebook page. Please feel free to share this link po to your colleagues, family, and friends. If you are not a follower yet, please like and subscribe to our social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, so you would be updated on the latest information about food and nutrition. Also, I have more announcements here. Please join us in drum beating our upcoming 75th anniversary on July 1, 2022. We have various events lined up for you. By the way, today is Friday, and we encourage everyone to watch DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña's weekly report via DOST TV this 4 p.m. All right. Are we ready? So kindly settle down, those who have just joined in, and we will start in a few minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to greet everyone from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao a safe and happy Friday morning. Good morning, Ms. Janelle.
Good morning, Miss Leia. For those who have just joined, welcome. We hope everyone is doing great and staying safe amidst the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yes, right. Before we formally open our program, let us first introduce ourselves. I am Leia Landicho.
And I am Janelle Anider, and we will be your Master of Ceremonies for this morning.
Many of you are already aware that DOST FNRI has been working really hard over the past months to be able to get where we are today and be ready to move forward with this exciting new variant of enhanced Nutribun.
Right, Miss Leia. We are delighted to share this good news to everyone today. We have already introduced the enhanced Nutribun, squash, and carrot variants. Now, we have a third variant that also uses a well-known and extensively cultivated root crop in the Philippines.
After months of anticipation, it gives us great pleasure to welcome all of you to the online launching of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant with the tagline,
Ready, set, go, enhanced Nutribun sweet potato. To start the program, let us feel the presence of our Almighty God as we offer Him a prayer through a song. This will be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
banta sa pag-ibig mo, palaging ligtas ang puso. Nangusap ka, tungkod mo'y nakikinig sa ingay man, gulong mo'y nagtatangi, pag-asang ikaw, sa'yo puso ko'y tatapang. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa'yo, Kristo, pangalan mo, tanungan ko. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa iyo, Kristo, pangalan mo, tanungan ko. Kailan pa man kailan pa
Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y iligtas. Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y iligtas. Kailanman ilalayo, ikaw ang kaligtasan ko. Pinabalot ng iyong lakas, sa piling mo ako'y ligtas. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa iyo, Kristo, pangalan mo, kanlungan ko. Sandigan ng puso ko ay nahanap sa iyo, Kristo, pangalan mo, kanlungan ko.
kailan pa man
Bayang matibay, perlas ng silanganan, palad ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyang ka ng magiting, sa manluluti, di ka pasisihil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mo'y mahal. May dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na naglililim. Ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati at sikat, may langit sa piling mo. Ang ligaya na at may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. pag-asa ng ating bansang sinisinta. Ang DOST ay sumilang na, lingkod ng bayan sa tuwina. Pagtuklas ng bagong karunungan sa iba't ibang uring taghan. Ang mitika sa danahan at kaunlaran ng ating lipunan. Ibandila ang kanyang sagisa, kay tanda ng pagsisikap. Pagtupad ng ating pangarap ay biyayang malalasap. Magpugay tayo ng sabay-sabay. Mabuhay, mabuhay ang DOST. Ang sensya ay sandigan ng maunlad na bayan. Layunin at tila ay may pagkakapuri. Pagkaisa ng dalangin para sa ilang bayan. Mabuhay, mabuhay ang DOST. Pasensya ay sandigan ng maunlad na bayan. Layunin at tila at may pagkakapuri. Pagkaisa ng dalangin para sa ilang bayan.
Thank you so much, Hapag-awit singers. Since we are tremendously delighted with all your attendance in today's event, we would like to recognize our participants in the list and chat box. As of this time, we have 452 and counting Zoom participants and 64 viewers on our YouTube Live. If you haven't posted your names and offices yet, head on over our chat box. To our Facebook Live viewers, please feel free to share this streaming on your timeline. It's an honor to recognize our distinguished guest this morning, Honorable Cabinet Secretary Carlo Alexi B. Nograles, Honorable DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, Undersecretary for R&D Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, Undersecretary for SNT Dr. Renato U. Silidum Jr., Undersecretary for Regional Operations Engineer Sancho A. Maborang, Assistant Secretary for Human Resources Management Dr. Diana L. Ignacio, Assistant Secretary for International Cooperation Dr. Leia Buendia, Assistant Secretary for Finance and Strategic Planning Ms. Maridon O. Sahagin, DOST FNRI Director Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdapa, former DOST FNRI Director Dr. Mario V. Capanzana, DOST FNRI Deputy Director Dr. Anthony P. Calibo, former Deputy Director of FNRI Dr. Ferdinand B. Omar, former DOST FNRI Deputy Director Aida Aguinaldo, former DOST FNRI Division Chief of the Finance and Administrative Division Ma'am Techi Mendoza, Assistant Secretary of the Department of Health and Executive Director of NNC, Dr. Azucena Dayanghirang, Chief, School Health Division, Department of Education, Dr. Maria Corazon C. Dumlao, Supplementary Feeding Program, Program Management Bureau, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Ms. Mary Grace Flores.
Thank you, Ms. Leia. Based on our registrants, we have a diverse set of valued attendees. Let me greet and recognize our attendees coming from the DOST FNRI MADCOM, DOST Regional Offices. Present is Director Armando Ganal, DOST CAR Director Dr. Nancy A. Bantob, provincial science and technology centers, Department of Research and Development Institutes and Councils, Department of Education Central Office and Field Offices, Department of Social Welfare and Development Central Office and Field Offices, National Nutrition Council Field Offices, Department of Agriculture, Department of Agrarian Reform, Cooperative Development Authority, Mr. Dexter Di Fontoru, Agricultural System International Incorporated, Media Partners, Flour Millers Association, Food and Drug Administration, Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, and professional organizations like Philippine Association of Food Technologists, Philippine Association of Nutrition, Philippine Society of Nutritionists and Dietitians, Nutritionist Dietitian Association of the Philippines, and Council of Deans and Heads of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Joining us also this morning are attendees from the Department of Trade and Industry, Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger members, Vegetable Farmers Association, Academe, MSMEs, local government units, and of course, our very own DOST-FNRI technology licensees of squash and carrot variants and other DOST-FNRI technologies. We are truly grateful to all our attendees who spared some time to join us this morning.
Yes, Ms. Leah. And to kick off this morning's event, let us hear the welcome message from the DOST-FNRI Director 4 and Scientist 2, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa. Let's give Director Agdepa a virtual round of applause.
Yes, thank you so much, Janiel and Leah, and also Bads, who are actually emceeing this event today. Magandang umaga po sa inyo. And to all our platform dignitaries and its stakeholders who are with us today, a pleasant morning to all. I would actually like to also give salutations to our Cabinet Secretary, Carlo Alexi Nagrales, our champion in crafting the National Food Policy, our hardworking DOST Secretary, Fortunato T. De La Peña, and our energetic and intelligent DOST Undersecretary for Research and Development, Dr. Rowena Cristina Guevara, our very own Undersecretary, Renato Solidom, and our supportive DOST Regional Operations Undersecretary, Engineer Sanjo Maborang. Of course, to our DOST Assistant Secretaries and other members of the DOST Executive Committee, ASEC Buendia, ASEC Sahagom, ASEC Ignacio, and ASEC Gatchalian. The DOST CAR Regional Director, my special mention to my partner, to our partner, Dr. Nancy Bantog. DOST regional offices from regions 1 to 17 and the different provincial science and technology centers directors. Dr. Azucena Dayanghirang, our partner in supplementary feeding, the executive director and assistant secretary of the National Nutrition Council. Dr. Corazon Domlao, and Miss Mary Grace Flores from DepEd and DSWD respectively, partners from the other organizations, and also to our former officials of the DOST-FNRI, Dr. Capansana, and Dr. Ferdinand Omar, Dr. Aguinaldo, Dr. Florentino, and Dr. Barba. And also, of course, to other management members, committee members of FNRI, led by our very own Deputy Director, Dr. Calibo, Anthony Calibo, and all other partners from the nutrition implementing agencies from the Department of Agriculture, DTI, and the rest, DOH, and so on. So, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa amin at nakikibahagi po kayo sa aming launching ng Nutribun na ito po. So, Kumusta na po tayong lahat? I hope you are all safe and well saan man kayo naroroon. We are truly blessed because today we are going to launch another variant of Nutribun, the sweet potato variant or the kamote variant. First, we like to convey our sincere thanks to our Secretary Fortunato T. De La Peña for connecting us to Director Nancy Bantog, the Director of DOST CAR, who funded this SNT and waiver the development of the new variant of the sweet potato Nutribun. Thank you very much, Dr. Nancy. Now, in July 2020, we have successfully launched the squash variant. That's the first variant of Nutribun. And last April 28th of this year, we launched the carrot variant. And today, we are happy to launch another variant, the kamote or sweet potato. Sa Ilocano po, kasi ako po ay isang Ilocano, ang kamote po ay ginagamit namin pang umaga. So, kaya masustansya po itong kamote nito dahil marami po siyang mga nutrients. So again, ang masustansyang Nutribun ay muling nagbabalik. On behalf of the Institute and the management and staff, I would like to sincerely thank our existing and incoming technology adapters of the enhanced Nutribun for your continued support to our developed food technologies to address malnutrition among children and other vulnerable groups. Our special thanks also to the Department of Social Welfare and Development and also the Department of Education for bringing enhanced Nutribun to every child as part of their supplementary feeding during this time of pandemic. Likewise, we also thank our DOST regional offices for facilitating the adoption of the Nutribun and also for the promotion of every launching activity to our various stakeholders, especially the bake shops and bakery owners, cooperatives, and other MSMEs in their respective regions. DOST FNRI cannot do this alone without you on our side. We are hoping that every bite of enhanced Nutribun delivered to every child and their families as well will make them grow healthier and brighter to be able to face every challenge that life brings. Rest assured that the Institute will continue to develop safe and nutritious products, yet affordable, that can help solve the malnutrition problems in our country, especially to the that will potentially contribute to the reduction of the prevalence of undernutrition, specifically stunting among our young children. Again, we cannot do this alone. We need your help. We are calling our partners for concerted efforts to address malnutrition in the country, which is expected to worsen as a result of the pandemic, coupled with limited resources for health and nutrition, especially in the countryside. We all know that majority of our children are not meeting the right kinds and amounts of foods. Thus, the continuous fight against malnutrition is an enormous challenge that demands the commitment and efforts of all sectors in the government as well as in private and non-government organizations. Let us do this together to connect, collaborate, and inspire each other to touch lives and improve the health and quality of lives of our kababayans, especially our young children, and bring science for the people through sound and innovative technologies. Muli, maraming salamat po, and let us stay safe, at kami po ay nakikiusap po sa inyo na sana po tulungan niyo po kaming maghatid ng nutritious products para sa ating mga bata at para sa ating mga kababayan Pilipino. Salamat po sa ating lahat. A pleasant morning to all. Thank you. Over to you, Leia and Janelle.
Thank you po, Director Agdepa, for a heartwarming welcome message.
That's right, Ms. Janelle. Thank you, Dr. Agava. To know more about why and for whom we are doing this online launching of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant, let's have our eyes and ears focus on this audiovisual presentation.
excited na po akong matikman ang ating new variant ng Enhanced Nutribun. That audiovisual presentation po sums up the rationale behind this event.
I absolutely agree, Ms. Janelle. I know we are all inspired by that AVP. At this juncture, let me update you. We have 532 and counting Zoom participants. Thank you po for joining us this morning. And at this juncture, to introduce our next speaker for an inspirational message, may we call on Mr. Salvador Buds S. Serrano, the Science Research Specialist 2 of the DOST FNRI Marketing Unit. Sir Buds.
Thank you, Leah. My pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña was appointed Secretary of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte in 2016. He was the DOST Undersecretary for Science and Technology Services from 2001 to 2014, with a brief retirement from 2014 to 2016. SecBoy has been serving the DOST since 1982, and he is the recipient of several distinguished awards throughout his notable career as a civil servant. Secretary de la Peña has been leading the DOST to new heights in developing and providing technologies and innovations to benefit our countrymen and prepare the nation for the future. SecBoy firmly believes and translates into action his mantra that science is for the people. Valued participants and guests, our beloved and honorable DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña.
Isang magandang umaga sa inyo, Secretary Carlo Nograles, Undersecretary Rowena Cristina Guevara, Undersecretary Renato Solidum, Undersecretary Sancho Maborang, to the DOST Assistant Secretaries and Directors, Director Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Deputy Director Anthony Calibo, former DOST FNRI Mario Capansana, and my colleagues in DOST. Magandang umaga rin sa mga officials and representatives of the Department of Agriculture, DepEd, regional directors, and school division officers, to the DSWD, its regional directors and feeding program coordinators, the Department of Trade and Industry, the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines, the Department of Agrarian Reform, the National Nutrition Council and the Regional Nutrition Program coordinators, the Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, Cooperative Development Agency, members of the IATF Zero Hunger Movement, Philippine Bakers Association, Flour Millers Association, Vegetable Farmers Association, and to the technology licensees of the Enhanced Nutribun and other food technologies, to our valued quad media partners, other stakeholders and participants watching social media platforms, ladies and gentlemen, magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Tough times are for us to get tougher and not let the current climate become a barrier but rather a springboard for new opportunities. Based on the 2020 Rapid Nutrition Assessment Survey conducted by the DOST FNRI, the COVID-19 pandemic has enormously impacted the country's economic and healthcare systems, as well as the nutritional and food security status of Filipinos. Results show that 6 out of 10, or 62.1%, of surveyed households reported that they experience moderate to severe food insecurity, and that food insecurity is highest in households with children, 7 out of 10, and households with pregnant members, 8 out of 10. The survey further revealed that food insecurity peaked between April and May 2020 during the Enhanced Community Quarantine, or ECQ. COVID-19 restrictions hindered the regular supplementary feeding program of school children, by the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the school-based feeding program of the Department of Education. To help alleviate malnutrition aggravated by the COVID-19 pandemic, the DOST-FNRI developed the Enhanced Nutribun. Many of you are already aware that DOST-FNRI has been working hard over the past months to be able to get where we are today and be ready to move forward with this exciting new variant of Enhanced Nutribun, the sweet potato variant. Sweet potato is one of the most well-known and extensively cultivated root crops in the Philippines. Earlier studies have cited its promising nutritional quality, mainly its antioxidant properties. Like the two earlier variants, Enhanced Nutribun sweet potato is also an excellent source of natural fiber, energy, protein, iron, calcium, potassium, and zinc in significant quantities recommended for young children. Behind all this are the rigors of the scientific method and technical soundness that ensure the safety, nutritional advocacy, and sensory attributes of every food technology that is offered for adoption. The virtual launching of the two earlier variants, Enhanced Nutribun Squash and Carrot variants, in July 2020 and April 2021, respectively paved the way for immediate nationwide rollout. To date, there are 151 and 101 licenses of Enhanced Nutribun Squash and Carrot variants, respectively. The DOST FNRI did not stop to explore more variants using locally grown raw material. Thus, the launching of the Enhanced Nutribun sweet potato. What's in it for us? The Enhanced Nutribun technology has several direct benefits to the public. It provides additional income to farmers in the regions and business opportunities to micro, small, and medium enterprises and even multinational companies. Furthermore, the adoption of the technology brings about job creation and profit generation. It also addresses nutrient gaps among children through the DepEd school-based and DSWD supplementary feeding programs, as well as the National Nutrition Council's Tuto Kainan supplementation program. The Enhanced Nutribun is also a nutritious option during disasters or calamities and relief operations. One of the instances is when Typhoon Ulysses struck Region 2. Several licensed adapters in the region converged together to supply Enhanced Nutribun among the evacuees and affected families. Also dubbed as a nutrition in a ban, it will help boost and sustain the nutritional status of Filipino children during this COVID-19 pandemic. The role of the Department of Science and Technology. For almost 2 decades now, the DOST has been assisting thousands of MSMEs to increase their production and technical capacities and capabilities through the Small Enterprises Technology Upgrading Program, or SETUP, one of the flagship programs of the department. SETUP encourages and assists MSMEs to implement technological innovations in their respective industries by upgrading their product quality and market competitiveness through various trainings and seminars on technology adoption to energy utilization to good manufacturing practices. The DOST's Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, or PCHRD, mostly facilitates the funding support and monitoring of related programs and projects like the Malnutrition Reduction Program, or MRP, of the DOST FNRI, as well as other R&D on food technologies. The host agency of the project or technology, like the DOST FNRI, provides technical assistance in terms of the negotiations, feasibility, compliance, trainings, monitoring, after technology transfer support, and reporting that make up the technology transfer process. The DOST regional offices, including provincial science and technology centers, where the technology licenses are located, also assist in identifying potential licenses, complying with requirements, monitoring, and linking with concerned local government units for additional support and reporting. I commend the DOST FNRI for this innovation that impacts the food supply chain from laboratory to the marketplace. We assure you that the DOST will continuously support and nurture your noble and social responsible partnership with us. Call to action. We are well aware of the current difficulties present across sectors. Hence, we need a whole of society approach. We are calling for technology licenses for the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato, as well as the other food technologies of DOST FNRI. We encourage concerned government agencies, local government units, private institutions, the academe, socio-civic groups, food industries, and farmers associations, and our media partners to join us in this endeavor. You are all part and parcel of the DOST's mission to direct, lead, and coordinate the country's scientific and technological efforts geared towards maximum economic and social benefits for the people. We count on you, all relevant actors and stakeholders, to scale up support and action. Mabuhay ang DOST, mabuhay ang DOST FNRI, mabuhay tayong lahat, at welcome Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato. Ready, set, go! Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato. Maraming salamat at sa mapagpalang araw sa ating lahat.
Thank you so much, DOST Secretary de la Peña. That was quite an inspiring message. At this point, may we once again call on Sir Buds to introduce our next speaker.
Thank you, Leah. Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara is the Undersecretary for Research and Development of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. As Undersecretary for Research and Development, Dr. Guevara supervises the DOST councils, research and development institutes, and the Technology Application and Promotion Institute, or TAPI. Dr. Guevara oversees the management of the DOST's research and development funds, bilateral and multilateral linkages, and the DOST Special Projects Division, which provides technical and administrative support to the DOST Grants in Aid, or DOST GIA program. Dr. Guevara also leads the DOST Science for Change, or S4C program. Yusek Guevara envisions a Philippines that champions science-based solutions to address persisting problems like food insecurity and malnutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, DOST Undersecretary Rowena Cristina L. Guevara.
Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, Cabinet Secretary Carlo Alexei Nograles, heads of departments, DOST officials and co-workers in government, DOST FNRI officials, especially Dr. Mel Agdepa, magandang agham sa ating lahat. In 2020, the DOST FNRI conducted research and development for the innovative reformulation of the Nutribun, which first became famous among elementary students in public schools in the 70s. This bread, which was later launched by the DOST-Food and Nutrition Research Institute as Enhanced Nutribun, or E-Nutribun, is an energy-dense product with high protein, vitamin A, iron, zinc, iodine, and calcium. The Enhanced Nutribun was made more delicious, softer, given a smoother texture, and has a longer shelf life compared to the original Nutribun. The DOST-FNRI embarked on another research and development that resulted in the enhanced Nutribun carrot variant. Parang COVID variant, no? Pero carrot variant ito, which was launched in April this year to address the concerns and difficulties in sourcing raw materials such as squash, which is one of the main ingredients of the first variant of the enhanced Nutribun. The new variant also addresses the concern on taste fatigue. And now, the DOST-FNRI, with its dedicated R&D team, once again is offering us another innovation, the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. The enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant is equally nutrient-dense and palatable like squash and carrot variants. This provides technology adapters with another alternative, delicious product for consumers offering another flavor option. The new yellow sweet potato or kamoting dilaw Nutribun variant is intended for children and adults. Similar with squash and carrot variants, the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant is an excellent source of natural fiber, energy, protein, iron, calcium, potassium, and zinc. It has 0 trans fatty acids and has 0 cholesterol. The enhanced Nutribun is DOST's response to provide innovative, nutritious food products to contribute to the reduction of malnutrition and food insecurity, especially among preschool and school-aged children. It can be noted that currently many children are left hungry and undernourished as school-based feeding programs and community-based supplementary feeding programs were indefinitely postponed due to the suspension of face-to-face classes. These nutritious food products is one of DOST's initiative and response to the Memorandum Circular No. 12, Series of 2020 of the Department of Social Work Development, which provides guidelines in implementing the supplementary feeding program during community quarantine or other similar emergencies, meaning to say, under the Food Commodity Schemes on Nutrition in Emergency of Supplementary Feeding Programs, or SFPs. We are very happy that the enhanced Nutribun is one of the mentioned nutrient-dense food that can be provided through the SFPs of DSWD. This is one example of whole-of-government approach. The enhanced Nutribun is also included in the Tutok Kainan Supplementation Program of the National Nutrition Council, or NNC. Tutok Kainan Supplementation Program aims to contribute to the prevention of stunting among children 0 to 23 months old by improving the quality and quantity of food and nutrition intake of nutritionally at-risk pregnant women, infants, and young children aged 6 to 23 months old. Tutok Kainan is part of the National Dietary Supplementation Program of the Philippine Plan of Action for Nutrition 2017 to 2022, or PPAN. As of today, there are 151 technology adopters of the enhanced Nutribun squash variant and 101 for the carrot variant nationwide. The DOST-FNRI is also actively promoting and marketing the enhanced Nutribun among other government agencies, local government units or LGUs, and non-government organizations or NGOs, private companies, and foundations for inclusion in their respective supplementary feeding programs, distribution of relief packs, and other social-civic programs. Also coming soon are the enhanced Nutribun with orange and purple variants of sweet potato. The DOST-FNRI recognizes the need for collaboration to make the enhanced Nutribun more affordable and available nationwide. We once again call on prospective technology adopters, especially bakery owners, to adopt the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant and make this nutritious bread available nationwide. Be one of the DOST-FNRI's partners in its continuous fight against malnutrition while also providing livelihood and income for farmers, bakery workers, and other employees of related industries. This is only one of the OST's initiatives and efforts in sustaining the momentum and success of the enhanced Nutribun in bringing science-based, locally available, and nutritious solutions to food insecurity, malnutrition, and lack of livelihood opportunities, especially in the countryside. Rest assured that DOST, with its skilled research and development workforce, will continue to explore and come up with products, technologies, and services that will help improve the nutritional and economic status of every Filipino. Indeed, R&D makes positive change happen. Marami pong salamat at muli, isang magandang agham sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Yusek Guevara, for your valuable insights. Now, let's hear the introduction of our next speaker. Sir Buds, over to you.
Thank you, Janelle. Dr. Renato U. Solidum Jr. is the Undersecretary for Science and Technology Services of the Department of Science and Technology. Dr. Solidum is genuinely a rare breed, being a geologist with a PhD in Earth Sciences from the Scripps Institution of Oceanography, University of California. He has been working with the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, since 1984 and became its director in 2003 to February 2017. He was appointed Undersecretary of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, for Disaster Risk Reduction, Climate Change Adaptation, or DRR-CCA, and later for Science and Technology Services, while still being the officer in charge of PHIVOLCS since March 2017. In recognition of his contribution to disaster risk reduction in the Philippines, Dr. Solidum has received numerous awards. Dr. Solidum is part of many national and global initiatives related to disaster risk reduction and is keenly on continuously enhancing the capacity of DOST PHIVOLCS. He spearheads the DOST's disaster risk reduction, climate change adaptation, as well as the wide range of science and technology services undertakings for different stakeholders. Dear participants, DOST Undersecretary Renato U. Solidum Jr.
Cabinet Secretary Carlo Alexei B. Nograles, DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, DOST Undersecretary for Research and Development Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, DOST Undersecretary for Regional Operations Engineer Sancho A. Maborang, DOST Assistant Secretaries and Directors, DOST Regional and Provincial Directors, DOST Food and Nutrition Research Institute Director and Scientist Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa, DOST FNRI Deputy Director Dr. Anthony P. Calibo, DOST FNRI Management Committee members, officials from our partners, national government agencies, DepEd, DSWD, and NNC, former director of the DOST Food and Nutrition Research Institute, Dr. Mario V. Capanzana, and other former DOST FNRI officials, different local government units representatives, current and prospective DOST FNRI technology licensees, mga kababayan, isang makaagham, pinagpala at malusog na umaga sa ating lahat. Alam po ninyo yung salitang nangangamote? Noon, madalas kong naririnig ang salitang ito. Isang negatibong bansag sa mga mahihina sa klase. Subalit ito ay isang kabalintunaan o paradox sapagkat ang kamote o sweet potato sa Ingles ay isa sa mga pangunahing pantawid gutom, lalo na sa mga lalawigan. Maraming pagkain ng may lahok na kamote, tulad ng kamote Q, minatamis na kamote, ginataang halo-halo, pinakbet, at siyempre nilagang kamote. Ngayon, sa tulong ng pananaliksik ng DOST-FNRI, ang kamote ay bibigyan ng positibong bansag dahil sa kabutihang dulot nito sa ating kalusugan. Based on studies, the lowly sweet potato is the richest source of phenolic compound with antioxidant activity, as well as complex carbohydrates, vitamin A and C, iron, and calcium. Today, we will witness the launch of the third variant of the enhanced Nutribun, the sweet potato variant. I hope you still remember the launch of the first and second variants in July of 2020 for the squash and in April 2021 for the carrot. To date, there are more than 100 licensees of both squash and carrot variants nationwide and still increasing. I learned letters of intent to adopt this food technology keeps on coming. I personally enjoyed eating enhanced Nutribun, both the squash and carrot variants. Now, I am excited to taste the latest addition to my favorites, the sweet potato variant. I am sure that after this launching, Dr. Agnepa's mailbox will be flooded with more LOIs for the adoption of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. At this juncture, I would like to give emphasis on the importance of collaboration, especially among government agencies. The sweet potato variant is a result of the collaboration between DOST, Cordillera Administrative Region, and DOST-FNRI. This food technology will be a new addition to the various DOST-FNRI's technologies, included in the Department of Education School-Based Feeding Program, the Department of Social Welfare and Development Supplementary Feeding Program, the National Nutrition Council's Tutok Kainan Program, and feeding programs of the local government units, non-governmental organizations, among others. The preference given to the DOST-FNRI's technologies by our partner agencies was strengthened by the unwavering support of no less than Cabsec Nograles, the chair of the IATF Zero Hunger. Without the help of our partner agencies, be it private or government, the technologies we develop will not reach the people. Maraming salamat po sa inyong suporta. The Department of Science and Technology, particularly DOST-FNRI, will continue to strive in developing food technologies that will address the malnutrition problem of the country, utilizing indigenous raw materials like the sweet potato to ensure sustainability and provide livelihood to our people. Today's launch, once again, has proven that, as our very own Secretary Boy de la Peña said, science is for the people. Bago po ako magtapos, inaanyayahan ko kayong lahat na nandito na sama-sama nating patuloy na tangkilikin at palaganapin ang enhanced Nutribun sa pangunguna ng sweet potato variant. Tayo ay tiyak na lulusog at sisigla kapag ito at ang iba pang mga variants ay ating kinain. Congratulations to the DOST-FNRI, headed by its energetic director, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdapa, to this very successful launching of the new healthy variant of enhanced Nutribun. I'm already excited for the launching of the next variants. Muli po, isang makagham at malusog na umaga sa ating lahat. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, Yusek Solidum, for your meaningful message. Now, let's hear from our third speaker, Sir Buds.
Yes, thank you, Leah. Engineer Sancho A. Maborang is the Undersecretary for Regional Operations of the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST. Before his appointment on June 7, 2021, Yusek Maborang excellently served as the Regional Director of DOST Region 2, where he introduced relevant and innovative programs that benefited several stakeholders. He is the brains behind the onestore.ph, an online marketing portal for products produced through DOST's assistance. The DOST FNRI is proud to be part of onestore.ph, where the Institute's various information packages are also available. Yusek Maborang manages the operations of the DOST's programs and projects in the regions and provinces, and strongly supports innovations on ensuring safe and clear water. We are truly honored to have today our hardworking Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Engineer Sancho A. Maborang.
Thank you, Buds. Good morning to everyone, and special greetings to Cabinet Secretary Honorable Carlo Alexei B. Nograles, our DOST Secretary Professor Fortunato T. de la Peña, DOST Undersecretary Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, DOST Undersecretary Renato Yusilidum Jr., ASEC Clea Bendia, ASEC Maridon Sahagon, ASEC Dayan Ignacio, DOST CAR Regional Director Nancy A. Bantog, other RDs present and joining us this morning, our Provincial Science and Technology Directors, Technology Adopters, Partner Agencies, Department of Education, Department of Social Welfare and Development, National Nutrition Council, our friends from the media attending this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great day to launch the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant together with our esteemed and respectable guests. I also would like to commend the DOST-FNRI for spearheading this activity as led by Director Imelda Angeles Agdepa, the Director, Deputy Director Anthony P. Calibo, and former Director Dr. Mario B. Campansana. The COVID-19 pandemic drastically affected the health and livelihood of the Filipino people that worsen the underlying problems of poverty and hunger in our country. With the DOST's mindset to be prime movers on societal development, we persevered and provide continuous support for science and technology to somehow lessen the burden on the food manufacturing sector. In 2020, the Nutribun was relaunched as a result of the perpetual initiative of DOST-FNRI. After the launch, various micro, small, and medium enterprises, academia, corporations, cooperatives, foundations, non-government organizations, and local government units showed their initiative to be partner of our program, not only for economic purposes, but more importantly, to improve the health situation of the children in their respective communities. Through the partnership of government agencies and private sectors, we have the chance to elevate the situation, the nutritional status of our children, the hope and future of our nation. It warms my heart that through this seemingly simple bread bun that is a staple part of a Filipino merienda, we can give opportunity to the manufacturing sector, especially for bakeries and bread makers to sustain their livelihood and provide for their own families and employees. After the successful launch of the enhanced Nutribun, squash and carrot variants, will now finally inaugurate the sweet potato variant. Similar to its forerunners, the sweet potato variant is rich in nutrients from the yellow kamote, together with other ingredients, which follows the required nutritional need of children aged 7 to 9. Though I assure everyone that this can also be enjoyed by people from all ages. Our initiative is a call for our colleagues in service, government agencies, and the business sector to utilize technology to fight the issues of malnutrition and hunger. We may expect the journey to be rough, but may our resilience and perseverance prevail, not only for ourselves, but for the good of all. Ito ang ating pananagutan sa bawat isa sa ating kapwa. Makibahagi tayo sa mabuting layuning ito at kami sa DOST ay umaasa sa inyong pagtugon. Sama-sama nating sugpuin ang kahirapan, labanan ng malnutrisyon at lutasin natin ang kagutuman. Rest assured that the DOST Office of the Regional Operations, regional offices, and the provincial science and technology centers are dedicated on this vision. Before I end my message, I want to congratulate and acknowledge again the DOST FNRI for their relentless work to develop and enhance technologies. Nais ko rin ibigay ang aking pasasalamat sa ating mga technology adapters na tumugon sa panawagan at hamong ito na makibahagi sa programa ng pamahalaan. Patuloy nawa nating suportahan ang mga programa ng DOST para sa ikaunlad ng sambayanan. Maraming salamat at mabuhay po kayong.
Thank you, Yusek Maboran, for your message of support. At this point, let's hear from one of our prime movers of the Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato Product Development, the DOST CAR Regional Director, Dr. Nancy A. Bantog.
My warmest greetings to all the attendees of today's launching of the Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato Variant. To our esteemed guests, Cabinet Secretary Honorable Carlo Alexi B. Nograles, the lead of the Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger, the DOST family led by our beloved Secretary, Honorable Fortunato T. de la Peña, Undersecretary for Research and Development, Dr. Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, Undersecretary for Science and Technology Services, Dr. Renato U. Solidum Jr., Undersecretary for Regional Operations, Engineer Sancho A. Maborang, FNRI Director, Dr. Imelda Angeles Adepa, DOST FNRI Deputy Director, Anthony P. Calibo, our partners from the private sector and media group, organizers, current and potential technology adapters, participants, good morning. The Enhanced Nutribun has two current variants, namely the squash and carrot variants. Recognizing the need to come up with more variants for more variety of choices, no less than Sir Secretary de la Peña encouraged the DOST CAR to partner with DOST FNRI to develop a new variant. Capitalizing on the agri-commodities in our region, sweet potato was considered. Sweet potato or kamote, which is equally nutritious as squash and carrots, is a very resilient crop as it can survive typhoons and floods. According to the Philippine Seed Board, there are several varieties of sweet potato with different characteristics. Among those recommended for processing is the yellow sweet potato variety, as it has relatively high starch content. Thus, together with FNRI, product development using yellow sweet potato started sometime July this year. At this point, I would like to congratulate the DOST FNRI led by Dr. Imelda Agdapa for the completion of the product development, thus this launching. At the very core, the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant supports the government's efforts in reducing malnutrition, in addressing the nutritional needs of children by providing alternative nutrition food product, and in providing alternative ready-to-eat food items in times of natural disasters and calamities as well. Aside from this, it boasts the opportunities for the sweet potato farmers. In the Cordilleras, we take pride with the abundance of sweet potato. However, we concede that more works have to be done on value addition, such as processing, that will provide more and better economic prospects. Thus, the development of this Nutribun sweet potato variant brings another avenue of demand for the said root crop that would eventually support the farmers market their produce. It also provides another product line for the MSMEs on the food sector. As a whole, this new variant benefits the value chain of the sweet potato industry. Moreover, on the production of Nutribun sweet potato variant, we would like to promote this new variant to our food industry sector. In the Cordillera region alone, we have 7 adapters of the current variants, and we hope that they, together with the other prospective partners from the micro, small, and medium enterprises in the country, will adapt and commercialize this latest sweet potato variant of enhanced Nutribun. The various regional offices of the DOST are happy to assist you should you want to partner with us in adapting the enhanced Nutribun with sweet potato technology to make it more available to more consumers nationwide. We encourage you to take part in our battle cry, Science for the People. DOST-CAR on its part will continue to coordinate with FNRI and other institutions to promote this variant together with the other DOST initiatives to wider spheres of our society to benefit all. Further, we are one in the whole of the government approach to sustain the government efforts solve the malnutrition problem and in providing nutritious food products to the masses. To our partners in the Enhanced Partnership Against Hunger and Poverty program, such as the local government units, Department of Education, Department of Social Welfare and Development, National Nutrition Council, Department of Health, among others, our counterparts in the Disaster Risk and Reduction Management Response Cluster and non-government organizations, we are offering to you the availability of various Nutribun variants, including the sweet potato, in your supplementary feeding program, school-based feeding program, relief food packs, emergency food packs during community quarantine period, and other similar emergencies. We solicit your support once again to our enhanced Nutribun with sweet potato. I hope that we continue to take advantage of this opportunity to help ease the impact of COVID-19, not only in the health and nutrition of our children and Filipinos of all ages, but also to support the livelihood of our farmers. Together, we can reduce malnutrition. Together, we fight hunger and poverty. Thank you and a blessed day to all.
Thank you Dr. Bantog, for your message and support to make this new variant possible.
And now we will be hearing a message of support. It's not every day that we get to hear up close from one of the country's new generation of dynamic leaders, a passionate advocate, and a tireless public servant who uses his intelligence, education, and experience to serve his countrymen. To further introduce our speaker, may we once again call on Sir Bad Serrano.
Thank you, Leah. Cabinet Secretary Carlo Alexei B. Nograles is the Cabinet Secretary appointed by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte in November 2018. Secretary Nograles is a close advisor to the President and ensures close coordination among different agencies of government, including the DOST. He is an advocate of programs to end hunger, find solutions to water shortages in households, and expanding irrigation in agricultural lands. His chairmanship of the Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger takes relevant steps in the decades-long struggle with hunger and malnutrition through the National Food Policy, or NFP. We are greatly honored for his constant presence and involvement in our programs addressing hunger and malnutrition. Let us warmly welcome Cabinet Secretary Carlo Alexei B. Nograles.
Maraming salamat, Sir Bads, sa ating mga kabalikat sa serbisyo led by no less than DOST Secretary Fortunato Boy de la Peña, Undersecretary Rowena Cristina Guevara, Undersecretary Renato Solidum Jr., Undersecretary Sancho Maborang, DOST FNRI Director Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Deputy Director Anthony Calibo, CAR Regional Director Nancy Bantog, colleagues from the DSWD and other government agencies, sa ating mga technology adopters here with us today, sa ating po lahat, isang masustansyang umaga ang bati ko. I am profoundly grateful for the work and dedication that the DOST continues to demonstrate. Even amidst these trying times, they have remained committed and focused on our common vision to provide optimum nutrition for all Filipinos. And today we are witnessing another milestone in the evolution of the Nutribun. Since the comeback of the enhanced Nutribun, better known as e-Nutribun, last July 2020, the DOST-FNRI has managed to conduct different initiatives which paved the way for the introduction of different variants of this nutritious bread. Ito, mabuting variant ito. Hindi ito yung variant na nakakatakot. In a span of months, our ever-reliable colleagues and zero hunger advocates at the DOST led by Secretary Boy de la Peña himself introduced the e-Nutribun squash and carrot variants. Of course, these were made possible through the unprecedented support and leadership of our FNRI Director, Dr. Imelda Angeles Agdepa. Kaya mula at sa ngalan ng Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger, kami po ay taus-pusong nagpapasalamat sa inyong walang sawang pagtulong sa ating advokasiyang mawakasan ang problema ng gutom at malnutrition sa pamamagitan ng malalim na pananaliksik gamit ang siyensya at teknolohiya. Marahil ang marami sa atin ay alam kung ano ang Nutribun. Maliban sa akin kasi hindi ko po naabutan ang Nutribun noong dekada 70, alam na. It is an example of a science-driven solution that the government is pursuing to address hunger and malnutrition. Amidst this pandemic and the changes in terms of diet of our beneficiaries, especially the children, it is practical that we adopt and make our complementary food products palatable and locally sourced by Filipino. It is for these reasons that the e-Nutribun is here. These nutrient-packed energy booster buns are made even more delicious, more nutritious, and more appetizing. Kaya naman, swak na swak sa panlasang Pinoy. Higit sa lahat, Angkop ang nutritional value nito at ginawang abot kaya para sa bawat Pilipino. Locally available vegetables have become pivotal to the further enhancement of the Nutribun that we know now. The two latest variants of e-Nutribuns are enriched with all-natural squash. This was in 2020. And carrots, the 2021 variant, both equally known to be rich in fiber, energy, protein, calcium, potassium, iron, zinc, and vitamin A. Nutrients very much needed by growing Filipino children. And just a few months after the carrot variant, we now have the latest one, the sweet potato variant. So I would like to commend the efforts, especially of the DOST CAR, headed by Regional Director Nancy Bantog, who heeded the task force's call. While this variant is intended for children aged 7 to 9 years old, pwede din ito ma-enjoy ng kahit sino, bata man o matanda. Katulad na lamang ng mga anak ko na paborito nila ang e-Nutribun, kahit yung aking anak na teenager, ito yung paborito niya. At dahil maraming supply ng sweet potato o kamote dito sa ating bansa, naisip itong gawing sangkap ng pinakabagong variant ng e-Nutribun. Sweet potato is also high in fiber, packed with protein, vitamins, minerals, such as vitamin A, C, potassium, manganese, vitamin B6, B5, and even vitamin E. And as mentioned earlier, the root crop is easy to grow and comes in a variety of sizes and colors. And aside from the fact that this crop is highly nutritious, it is also known to promote gut health, support healthy vision, support the immunity system, and enhance brain function. Our country is actually very blessed with land ideal for vegetable cultivation. And to maximize this, I'm elated that our DOST partners are persistent and consistent in their studies and search for other complementary foods which could be sourced out easily. Alam natin na makakabuti para sa ating mga kabataan ang vegetable eating habit. And through the consumption of complementary foods such as the e-Nutribun, we are taking steps to bridge that nutritional gap, crucial for their overall development and for the future development of our country and economy. The only way we can combat hunger and malnutrition is through everyone's commitment to our goal, our common goal. And to ensure that we help more Filipinos, we have to be more strategic, we have to converge, we have to synergize, and that is why we give our heartfelt gratitude to our partners from the private sector for heeding our call and adopting these innovations. Yeah, to all the Filipino entrepreneurs who continue to invest by adopting the DOST FNRI e-Nutribun technology and the other food technologies, ako po ay saludo at taus-pusong nagpapasalamat sa inyong lahat. We need you to empower and continuously support one another. The role you're playing in this advocacy is so much appreciated. And we hope that more entrepreneurs out there will be inspired by your stories and join our common cause. Again, congratulations to the organizers and the team who made our e-Nutribun sweet potato variant possible. I'm hoping for everyone's continued support so that we could finally realize a Philippines free from hunger. Sa tulong ng lahat, matibay ang aking paniwala na hindi ito mananatiling isang pangarap lamang. Kailangan natin magtulungan upang tayo ay maging isang bansa na wala nang nagugutom at lahat ng ating mga kababayan, lalo na ang mga kabataan natin, lahat ay malulusog at wala ng malnutrisyon. Higit sa lahat, mga kabataang hindi nangangamote sa school dahil lahat kumakain ng e-Nutribun kamote variant. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat. I look forward to the next variant. Ano kaya next? Ube variant?
Obe, kabsek, obe.
Yan na yung ube na sabi ko. Yung malunggay din, wag natin kalimutan at kung ano pang mga variant na nandyan, padayon lang kitang tanan. Daghang kayong salamat ug may buntag pag-usap.
Maraming salamat po, Cabinet Secretary Nograles, for that eye-opening message. Your support is indeed a motivating force and inspiration to all of us. Update lang po, as of this time, we have 566 Zoom participants and 189 viewers sa ating pong YouTube live streaming. If you wish to view this online launch again, then like and subscribe to our DOST FNRI YouTube channel. Also, don't forget po na to log your attendance using the link provided sa ating chat box. At this point, the DOST FNRI's homegrown talents will inspire us with a song number. Let's have our eyes and ears open to our hapag-awit singers. Sit back and enjoy.
Return to a land called Paraiso, a place where a dying river ends.
No birds there fly over Paraiso. No space allows them to endure.
The smoke, the strings, the air, the grass that's never there.
And if I could see a single bird, what a joy. I tried to write some words and create a simple song to be heard by the rest of the world.
I live in this land called Paraiso, in a house made of cardboard floors and walls.
I learned to be free, Paraiso. We can clean anything I see.
Matching rags for my clothes, plastic bags for my clothes.
And if empty cans roll, I have what a joy. I never fight to take someone else's coins and live with fear like the rest of the boys. Paraiso, help me make this day. Paraiso, take me by the hand. Paraiso, make the world understand that if I could see a single word, what a joy. This guiding hand will actually expect some truth and hope and respect from the rest of the world. And if empty cans are all I have, what a joy. I never fight to take someone else's coins and live with feel like the rest of the boys. Paraiso, help me make a stand. Paraiso, take me by the hand. Paraiso, make the world understand
That if I could see a
Maraming salamat, Hapag-awit Singers. I think mag-agree po kayo sa akin, napaka-inspiring and timely ng kantang ito amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Ang ating pong Hapag-awit Singers ay mga technical staff of DOST FNRI. Let me mention some of our professions. We are composed of food technologists, nutritionists, and business management. So I see familiar faces po, no, from our colleagues here in FNRI. Maraming salamat muli, Hapag-awit Singers. Kung gusto po ninyong mapakinggan ang kanta, mag-like and subscribe lamang po sa aming YouTube channel ng DOST FNRI.
Thank you, Ms. Leia. And now, this endeavor will not be successful without interagency collaboration. To give us a response to call to action, please welcome the Department of Education, Bureau of Learner Support Services Chief Health Program Officer, Dr. Maria Corazon C. Dumlao.
The Department of Education joins the Department of Science and Technology, Food and Nutrition Research Institute in celebrating the launching of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato. We would like to congratulate the DOST-FNRI for coming up with this new kind of formulation that will surely benefit all our school-based feeding program beneficiaries and the beneficiaries of other government feeding programs. As one of the members of the Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger, DepEd fully supports all endeavors that will alleviate hunger and address malnutrition in the country and among school children. Its release is indeed timely and relevant as the COVID-19 pandemic has affected the economy, the way of living, and the food intake of the people. Hence, this new technology of the DOST-FNRI will likewise add to the available nutritious food in the locality. We are truly thankful for the DOST-FNRI for continuously researching and formulating nutritious food products. Similarly, the Department of Education is doing all its efforts and maximizing its resources to uphold and ensure the health, nourishment, and safety of all learners while educating them. We wish all the key officials of the DOST-FNRI and all its members the best. Congratulations and mabuhay.
Thank you, Dr. Dumlao, Department of Education, Bureau of Learner Support Service, Chief Health Program Officer. Now, to give us another response to the call to action, please join me in welcoming the Social Welfare Officer 4 of Children and Youth Unit, Head and Overall Early Childhood Care and Development and Supplementary Feeding Program Focal Person, Ms. Cheryl P. Maynard.
While waiting for our next speaker, let me acknowledge the presence of Ma'am Mary Grace Flores, Ma'am Karina Regalado, and Ma'am Virginia Castro of the DSWD Supplementary Feeding Program. All right. So I have more announcements for you. Please join us in drumbeating our upcoming 75th anniversary on July 1, 2022. We have various events lined up for you. And don't forget, today is Friday, and we encourage everyone to watch the DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña weekly report via DOST TV this 4 p.m. Ms. Janelle?
Yes, Ms. Leia, I would also like to remind our participants not to forget to log in their attendance. Here, the link is here in our chat box. Once again, may we call on Ms. Cheryl P. Maynard.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Apologies for not being in early. So good morning everyone in this Zoom call on the launching of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. So in behalf of the DSWD, let me read the message of support of our Director Wilma D. Naviamo. So here it is. For more than a year already since the coronavirus pandemic hits, not only in the country but the whole world entirely, the department immediately responded to address the increasing hunger and the threat of heightened malnutrition in children through the continuous implementation of our supplementary feeding program. Together with our longtime partner, the DOST-FNRI, who continuously innovate nutritious products such as the comeback of the famous Nutribun last July 29, 2020, and a year after that, the addition of the carrot-flavored Nutribun, which was launched last April 28, 2021, which we provide also for our beneficiaries. So the launch of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato flavor offers additional options for the children to enjoy bread that uses an indigenous material that we are proudly advocating as locally produced by our farmers. This not only provides variety, but an opportunity to enjoy the nutritional benefits of the sweet potato, which children of this generation may not be aware of. So because of them being exposed to fast food, preserved and packed in the groceries, are mostly what composed of their food cards. So the introduction of this nutritious bun with flavors of Philippine origin enhances not only the nutritional status but of their cultural heritage as well. So rest assured that as a passionate member of the Interagency Task Force on Zero Hunger, the department will continuously support all the advocacies, efforts, and innovations of the DOST-FNRI. Together, we will continue to work hand in hand in this global fight on reducing the prevalence of undernutrition in the country and ultimately achieve our goal of ending hunger, achieve food security, improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. So let me end this by saying that we are one with the theme, ready, set, go. Enhanced Nutribun sweet potato, another fantastic variety for all. So yun po, magandang umaga at maraming salamat.
Thank you, Ms. Maynar of DSWD Project Management Bureau, for your message of support.
Last but not the least, among the responses to the call for action, I have the honor to introduce the Assistant Secretary of the Department of Health and concurrently the Executive Director of the National Nutrition Council. Help me in welcoming Dr. Azucena M. Dayanghirang.
Thank you very much to Honorable Cabinet Secretary Attorney Carlo Alexi Nograles, the Interagency Task Force Zero Hunger Chair, at the same time the Scaling Up Nutrition Advisor for the Philippines, and to Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Undersecretary Rowena Guevara and Renato Solidum, and other officials of the OST, FNRI officials and employees led by Director Mel Agdepa, representatives from various non-government national government agencies from the DOH, DepEd, DSWD, DAR, DTI, and NNC, our technology adopters and private partners from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, and to all our colleagues and guests, maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. First of all, I would like to commend the DOST-FNRI for successfully formulating the sweet potato variant of the enhanced Nutribun. Actually, this is equivalently as nutritious as the other squash and carrot variants, giving way to more livelihood opportunities and options to our bakery industry workers, technology adopters, and farmers all over the country. We thank FNRI for their commitment to fast-track the development of these nutritious food products needed mostly by our vulnerable population, the pregnant women and young children. Well, with the devastating social and economic impacts of COVID-19 pandemic, now more than ever, it is crucial to protect the nutrition, health, and livelihood of the country's most vulnerable. To complement the government's food security programs, enhancing the nutritional content of food products through innovation, technology ensures that not just food, but good nutrition reaches our vulnerable groups. Rest assured that NSC Secretariat will contribute to the demand generation of this product by continuing to include the enhanced Nutribun variants as one of the food commodities being distributed to our pregnant mothers through the NNC's Dietary Supplementation Program, or what we call Tutok Kainan. Paniguradong mas matutuwa ang ating mga nanay dahil iba-ibang lasa na Nutribun ang matitikman nila. To those of you who may not yet be familiar with the program, the NNC Secretariat, as the executive arm of the NNC Governing Board, designed the Tutok Kainan Dietary Supplementation Program for LGUs to implement that targets pregnant women and children 6 to 23 months old in food-insecure households. In response to the challenges posed by the gap in the delivery of essential nutrition services to children under 2 years of age. It aims to contribute to the prevention of stunting among children 0 to 23 months old by improving the quality and quantity of food and nutrient intakes and utilization of related ECCD-F1K services among the nutritionally at-risk pregnant women and children 6 to 23 months old in the LGUs. The NNC Secretariat, together with the Department of Interior and Local Government and the Office of the Cabinet Secretariat, have always emphasized to all LGUs during our nutrition webinar series among provincial governors, mayors, punong barangays, and various LGU health and nutrition workers that as we are transitioning to the new normal and anticipating the full devolution of functions and services with the Mandanas-Garcia ruling, it is our fervent hope that the LGUs would integrate and sustain the PIPAN priority programs by investing in the delivery of health, nutrition, and other related services during the first 1,000 days, especially this Tutok Kainan National Dietary Supplementation Program. We therefore call on all our private sectors, partners, and other stakeholders to take part in delivering nutritious foods to our vulnerable groups by supporting the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. Your desire to be part of this program as technology adopters gives us hope that we are another step closer to steering this country away from hunger and malnutrition, an often forgotten dimension of this threat, which is hidden hunger. And as NNC has always pointed out, hunger and malnutrition cannot be addressed by a single sector alone. It requires the whole of nation approach, and let this challenge each one of us to work in unity, which demands complete mutual trust, collaboration, alignment, and integration of actions, and full commitment to implement convergent action areas. We must act now because the progress we make today is the future we make for our country. Again, congratulations, Dr. Mel Agdepa, and to the rest of FNRI employees. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, and may God bless us all. To God be the glory.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dayang Hirang, Assistant Secretary of the Department of Health and Executive Director of the National Nutrition Council, and of course, to all our partner agencies who had expressed their support for the success of this noble undertaking. As of this time, we have 556 Zoom participants. We have 50 participants from DepEd, around 8 packs from DSWD, 8 packs from NNC, and more than 100 technology adapters. At this point, once again, the DOST FNRI's homegrown talents will inspire us with a song number. Sit back and enjoy.
If my people will humble themselves and pray, if they seek my face and humble themselves and turn from their wicked ways,
I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins. I will hear from heaven and heal their land. Lord, hear our land. Father, heal our land. Hear our cry and turn our nation back to you. Lord, heal our land. Hear us, Lord, and heal our land. Forgive our sin and heal our broken land. Lord, we bow our knee, we humble ourselves and pray.
Lord, we seek your face and humble ourselves and turn from our wicked ways. Father, in your mercy, forgive our sins. Father, in your mercy, come heal our land. Lord, heal
Maraming salamat, Hapag-awit singers. Let me acknowledge once again the presence of our DOST Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña. Moving on to the most awaited part of the program, it is our privilege to officially lead you to the online launching of the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant with the tagline,
Ready, set, go. Enhanced Nutribun sweet potato.
Money marks. Get set. Go!
we are inviting our distinguished guests to join us to the virtual floor. Cabsec Carlo Alexi B. Nograles, Honorable Secretary Fortunato T. de la Peña, Undersecretary for R&D Rowena Cristina L. Guevara, Engineer Sancho A. Maborang, Dr. Azucena M. Dayanghirang, Dr. Imelda Angeles Sagdepa, Dr. Anthony P. Calibo, Dr. Maria Corazon C. Dumlao, Dr. Mario V. Capanzana. Our distinguished guests, kindly open your video. Miss Janelle.
Yes, Miss Leah, thank you. On my count, we will be raising our enhanced Nutribuns. And on my cue, we will take a bite of our enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. So I hope all of our distinguished guests have opened their video.
We are also calling the presence of Regional Director Nancy A. Bantog.
Okay po. May I ask if the technical team are ready to take a picture? Okay po. Let's have a photo of hawak po natin ang enhanced Nutribun. Okay po. In 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Now, let's show to the camera. I-prepare na po natin yung ating enhanced Nutribun and we will take a bite on my count po. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All together, let's take a bite.
Wow! Napakasarap. Nakakain na po ako nito kanina. Nauna na po. Salamat po sa inyo, our distinguished guests and our valued attendees. Miss Janelle?
Thank you, Miss Leah. That was a moving and captivating presentation. What a creative way of showing how enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant will get from lab to market. This is only the beginning.
You are definitely right, Miss Janelle. Once again, let me introduce and recognize the hardworking technology generators who developed the enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant. Please open your video to be recognized. The project team po is under the leadership of their division chief, Engineer Rosemary G. Garcia. The project lead is Engineer Charlie E. Adona, Senior Science Research Specialist. The project team members are Mr. Richard L. Alcaraz, Science Research Specialist 2, Mr. Jonaver Tarlit, Science Research Analyst, Ms. Carissa T. Saldana, Science Research Specialist 1, Mr. Rex Castante, and Mr. Filoteo D. Ponte, Science Assistants. A round of virtual applause, please. What else is in store for us today, partner?
Miss Leah, joining us all the way from Baguio City, Calibo Aklan, and General Santos City are licensees of Enhanced Nutribun, Squash, and Carrot variants to share their testimonies.
Sounds great, Ms. Janelle. Indeed, collaboration with our existing and potential licensees is one of the main strategies to make Enhanced Nutribun sweet potato variant more available and affordable to the public.
I agree, Ms. Leah. So to give a short testimony, may I now call on first the president and owner of Northland Foods Incorporated. Please welcome Ms. Dolores Gomez Aldana.
Hi everyone, this is Donna Aldana, the Operations Manager of Northland Foods Incorporated here in Baguio City. And in behalf of our President, Ms. Dolores Aldana, I would like to greet everybody a good morning. So we first heard about the Enhanced Nutribun program from one of our suppliers. He mentioned that this was the government's response to the country's growing malnutrition. So we were curious about it and we asked further questions. And then so we got to know that DOST-FNRI has been developing or reformulating the Nutribun of the 1970s. Yeah, so my mother was very familiar with the Nutribun in the 1970s. Actually, natikman pa nga daw po niya. So as a bread manufacturing company here in Baguio, we jumped at the chance to apply for the transfer. I mean, managing a business while undergoing the pandemic, well, the pandemic was happening, any innovation to help us continue to provide jobs for our employees was considered to be an opportunity that should not pass us by. And so this journey with DOST began. So in August of 2021, we were able to get the list of the requirements for the application to be an adopter for the Enhanced Nutribun. With the help of everyone in DOST PSTC here in Benguet, we were able to accomplish the requirements in a short span of time. I think around 1 to 2 weeks lang. So I had several back and forth emails with Sir Mel, and then the DOST PSTC team did a planned visit here in our commissary, and then ayun, by September 15, 2021, we were able to participate in the Enhanced Nutribun Squash variant technology transfer. I think that's for batch 12, I think. And then 2 weeks after, we were able to join the carrot variant as well. So it was a fast process, for lack of a better word, but we honestly didn't think that we were qualified to be an adopter, but everybody during the technology transfer, everybody was accommodating and warm with all our questions. Sir Charlie and Sir Richard was very very patient with us. Ayun. So and of course the lecturers for the food safety, for 5S, and for the CGMP, everything in the technology transfer was very enlightening I don't think not only for me, but I'm sure for everybody else. The learnings that we got from the technology transfer was beyond what we expected. We didn't expect the training to be that in-depth. And of course, immediately after the technology transfer, we did an eco seminar for the rest of our employees on food safety, yung 5S, the importance of 5S rather, and the good manufacturing practices. So in a short span of time, like I think just in a span of 4 weeks, we noticed visible changes in their attitude while working. So their hygiene improved, everybody's hygiene improved, their work areas were cleaner, and then they followed our processes more strictly than they had before we did the seminar. So it's very empowering for our employees that we did the eco seminar and we used your material to conduct it. In the last couple of years, we have encountered customers who have been looking for healthier options for their food. Some have been requesting for bread with lower sugar content or bread with no sugar added. Our sales in wheat bread have been increasing. They've been looking for malunggay pandesal, and I mean to name a few. So I guess we have observed that there has been an uptrend in the demand for food with higher nutritional value, and of course we're sure that this is going to continue. So of course with DOST FNRI at the helm of innovation for these products, I'm sure that the future of the country is quite healthy. Here in Baguio, we're actually very excited to adopt the sweet potato variant. We've known about it for a few weeks now, and we're looking forward to adopt the technology. Why? Because, of course, it's another variant. I mean, kids now mabilis magsawa sa pagkain. So, since we have the squash, we have the carrot, and now we have the sweet potato, hindi na sila. They have the different flavors to choose from. And of course, being a company that's based in Baguio, we also want to help our local farmers. And since Benguet has a lot of sweet potatoes, our farmers here plant a lot of sweet potatoes. This is also an opportunity for us to help them as well. So we are humbled and grateful to be a technology adopter of DOST FNRI. And we would like to take this opportunity to tell everybody that you have found an ally and a partner in Northland Foods Incorporated. And we will continue to support the department in its mission to use technology and innovative solutions to improve the quality of life of not just Filipinos, but also for the rest of the world. So, thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Miss Aldana, of Northland Foods Inc. for your message of support.
Thank you, Ms. Janelle. Let me read the message of Cabsec Nograles sa ating chat box. Congratulations, DOST FNRI and all technology adapters, and to everyone who made all this possible. To God be the glory. Yan. Maraming salamat din po, Cabsec. Nakita po namin, kumakain po kayo kanina at nakaubos ng isang piraso. Kamusta po? Okay.
Siyempre, sobrang sarap.
Sobrang
Sarap.
Hayaan niyo po at ang iba pa pong attendees dito ay makakatikim nito soon kapag ito po ay pinoproduce na nationwide. Okay, at this juncture, let's hear from the purchasing manager of the Philbake Food Corporation. Help me in welcoming Ma'am Irene Asadora Joy de la Cruz, Business Improvement Manager.
Hi, I'm Irene from Philbake Food Corporation here in Aklan, Western Visayas. First of all, we would like to thank and congratulate DOST and DOST FNRI for this initiative, the development of the enhanced Nutribun from calabasa and carrots. This is a great step in helping curb the malnutrition gap among Filipino kids, which worsened during this pandemic. Through the innovative formulation, kids were able to enjoy the nutritious and delicious Nutribun bread at the comfort of their own homes. This initiative not only addressed concerns of our students, but also assisted the farmers here in Aklan and in Western Visayas. Through this project, we were able to help local farmers through partnership and assuring purchase of their produce. This project also provided jobs here in Aklan, which is continuously affected by the disruption of the tourism industry. As one of the adopters, we're grateful for DOST's assistance all throughout, from the development to the launching of the products, and for being part of this great advocacy. Again, a big thank you from Philbic Food Corporation to DOST.
Thank you, Philbake Food Corporation. Last but definitely not the least, may I call on Ms. Charlene Coroza, the President of Enriquez and Coroza Foods Corporation.
Secretary Carlo Alexi Nograles, Honorable Secretary Fortunato de la Peña, Undersecretary Rowena Cristina Guevara, Undersecretary Renato Solidum Jr., Undersecretary Sancho Maborang, Director Nancy Bantog, Director Imelda Angeles Agdepa, Deputy Director Anthony Calibo, the representatives from the Department of Education, the representatives from the Department of Social Welfare and Development, the directors and members of the DOST regional offices, the directors and members of the DOST FNRI, to my fellow enhanced Nutribun adopters, and to all who are virtually present today, good morning. It is an honor and a privilege to be invited to share our company's experiences in taking part in our government's drive to address hunger and malnutrition all over the Philippines. Enriquez and Coroza Foods Corporation, or Encor Foods, started as a personal dream. I am an accountant by profession, but it is in the kitchen where I found my fulfillment. I pursued culinary arts and started our family's small food business, which, like most businesses, has its sweet, sour, and even bitter journey. We went into the fast food business and developed our concept that's open for franchise. We've also offered the buy one take one burger kiosks, which was made available in Mindanao, Iloilo, and Cebu City. The pandemic has greatly affected our franchising business. We were forced to close down our commissaries, stores, and unfortunately lay off several of our employees. But we were not daunted by these crises. We reopened our commissary in General Santos City and launched our specialty breads and cakes. I must say that our relationship with the Department of Science and Technology in Region 12 was serendipitous. Since our special ube cheese desals became famous in Jensan, our marketing team started a plan of distributing them as special pasalubong items all over Mindanao. Hence, we needed to add the nutritional facts in the packaging, which made us thought of visiting the DOST's provincial office in Jensan. Actually, going there, we really got lost and had to drive around asking for directions. Honestly, I almost gave up because it was kinda late already. But you know what? Fate really has its own way of making things happen. Because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. We arrived at their office, but the team in charge were in Coronadal, and we were asked to just leave our samples and contact details instead. The following day, we received a call from the DOST's representative and was told of their scheduled visit to our commissary. I was thinking that the said visit was just a part of gathering details for our product's NutriFacts. Little did I know that it was gonna be the beginning of the rest of our lives as Nutribun adopter. We were offered the DOST setup program and enhanced Nutribun technology. It was really funny for me because while we were discussing during their visit, I had to secretly Google what Nutribun meant and what it's all about. Our journey to procuring and providing all the required documents, licenses, and permits was indeed a tough one, but it's really worth it. The DOST Region 12 have given us a promising business opportunity. More business opportunities, in fact. And at the same time, given us this great chance to help our government in their program of fighting malnutrition and zeroing hunger. I would like to encourage other SMEs to join us in our government's drive to continuously address hunger and malnutrition with the help of the Department of Science and Technology, Food and Nutrition Research Institute, the Department of Education, and the Department of Social Welfare and Development, because together we heal as one. Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po. Stay safe, everyone.
Maraming salamat, Ma'am Charlene Coroza of Enriquez and Coroza Foods Corporation. We are glad that you are all here as our partners. We cannot continue this endeavor without your help. Thank you so much for gracing this event. At this juncture, we would like to call our beloved DOST Secretary, Fortunato T. de la Peña, for his message.
Salamat. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng dumalo ngayon at particular na sa kay Cabsec Nograles at sa iba pang mga leader natin. Salamat din sa mga adapters na naririto at napakasarap pakinggan ang kanilang mga testimonials. Now, I would like to commend the Food and Nutrition Research Institute, which has very active and productive researchers. Just today at 4 p.m., if you will listen to my DOST report, there is out of 20 items I will report, there are 3 coming from the Food and Nutrition Research Institute. And this is on the launching of a sweet potato Nutribun, on their signing of their agreement with the UP National Institutes of Health for the study or for the research on nutrition and aging. Nutrition and aging. This will be the first project that will be undertaken on nutrition and aging. And also the study that they conducted, which produced where they have concluded that there is really a positive impact of school feeding programs on the attitudes of children towards food choices and towards, shall we say, consumption. Okay, and so I would like to give credit to our researchers who are working and trying their best to address the different concerns that we have pertaining to health and nutrition. I must also, well, I will give credit to myself by suggesting sweet potato to Director Agdepa when we launched the Nutribun carrot flavor. Okay, and I know it has been in her mind, but when I said that I would like something to be done on sweet potato and that it should be done fast, she immediately said yes. And I was surprised that while she was telling me it will be November, they suddenly announced that they are ready already with the Nutribun sweet potato. It's just the middle of October. And of course, I began thinking, ano pa kaya ang pwede natin maging variant ng ating Nutribun? And alam naman natin, meron pa mga ibang root crops na pwede, meron tayong gabi, at saka naisip ko, although it is not abundant, yung breadfruit also can be tried with the Nutribun. So I would like to give again special thanks to Sec Carlo for really taking his time to spend with us whenever we have something about nutrition, about zero hunger, about food security. And of course to the Department of Education to the Department of Social Welfare and Development, and to the different LGUs who are actually patronizing, okay, the Nutribun products and the other products that we have to ensure that our young children in school are actually taking in nutritious food. And of course, to the National Nutrition Council for the policies that we adopt, okay, and again, maybe I should also thank FDA because we help our adopters, to be given a license to produce by the FDA because this is the only major requirement that we impose on them. We do not ask for licensing fees, but we make sure that our adopters will follow the highest standards of good manufacturing practice so that this will be their applications will easily be approved by our FDA. So again, congratulations to FNRI, to Director Agdepa, and to all our researchers at FNRI, researchers, technology transfer people, and to our people who work, okay, to maintain standards or to test for standards for the quality of food that will be sold. So congratulations at mabuhay tayong lahat.
Maraming salamat po, Secretary De La Peña. Let me mention po one of the greetings ng ating technology adapters just now from Sir Emmanuel Munda. Congratulations, DOST-FNRI. We are here to support the government in its effort to combat malnutrition and fight hunger. God bless everyone at maraming salamat po sa paghatid ninyo ng mensahe sa aming chat box. Bagamat hindi po namin maisa-isa, ito po ay aming nakita at nabasa. Kami po ay masaya na kayo po ay nakadalo sa umagang ito. Ms. Janelle, over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Leia. And moving on po, as we wrap up today's event, may I call on the DOST-FNRI Deputy Director, Dr. Anthony P. Calibo, for his closing remarks.
Isang maagham na umaga sa inyong lahat. Magandang umaga po sa ating kalihim, Secretary Boy de la Peña, kalihim ng gabinete, Secretary Carlo Nogales, ang iba't iba pong miyembro ng DOST Execom, mga Undersecretary, Assistant Secretary, sa aming pong Direktor, Dr. Imelda Angeles Depa, ang bumubuo ng DOST-FNRI Management Committee. Ganun din po sa mga dati pong direktor at opisyalis po ng DOST-FNRI, Dr. Copansana, Dr. Barba, Dr. Florentino. Ganun din po ang mga nagdaang deputy director. Ating pong mga technology adapters, ating pong mga stakeholders, ating pong nagbigay po ng suporta sa pagbuo po nito. DOST CAR, Director Nancy Bantog, at ganun din po ang iba't iba pong ahensya ng DepEd, DSWD, at ganun din po sa NNC. Isang maagham na umaga sa inyong lahat. We now have the newest enhanced Nutribun. It is now the sweet potato variant. It was in 2020 in the middle of season 1, enhanced community quarantine, when the DOST-FNRI formulated the enhanced Nutribun squash variant. More than a year into the pandemic, the DOST-FNRI was able to produce 2 more variants of the enhanced Nutribun, the carrot variant and now the sweet potato variant. With these different variants, it cannot be denied that ang pagbabalik ng Nutribun is truly a huge success. But the DOST-FNRI did not do it alone. This is a product for collaborative efforts, and we thank the DOST regional offices for being our bridge in making sure that the DOST-FNRI technologies like the enhanced Nutribun reach the countryside. Thank you for assisting our micro, small, medium enterprises with the requirements needed to become technology adopters of the enhanced Nutribun. Our sincerest gratitude to the Department of Education and the Department of Social Welfare and Development for their trust to include the enhanced Nutribun as one of the solutions to fight malnutrition through their supplemental feeding programs during this time of the pandemic. Likewise, our gratitude to Cabinet Secretary Tony Carlo Alexei Nograles and the National Nutrition Council, headed by Assistant Secretary and Executive Director Apep Dayanghirang, for advocating the enhanced Nutribun for the Tutok Kainan program, particularly for the nutritionally at-risk pregnant women. This will greatly improve the reduction of stunting in children. But our greatest appreciation goes to all our licensed technology adapters of the enhanced Nutribun. Let's all give them a virtual round of applause. Lubos po ang aming pasasalamat sa mga may-ari ng mga bakery, bake shop, mga restaurant, mga kumpanya, mga kooperatiba sa inyong tiyaga sa paggawa ng enhanced Nutribun. Alam namin hindi ito madali, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, pero dilib po kami sa inyong pagpupursigi at pagsusulikat. Napakalaki po ng inyong ginampanan para makarating ang mga tinapay na ito sa mga batang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po sa pagiging katuwang ng DOST-FNRI sa pagkamit ng optimal na nutrisyon ng mga Pilipino. Nawa po ay ipagpatuloy ninyo ang magandang adhikain ito. Nakasisiguro po kayo na ang DOST-FNRI ay patuloy kayong tutulungan at gagabayan. But our work does not end here. As we reach our 75th anniversary next year, the Institute will continue to develop strategic food and nutrition products and interventions that will help alleviate the malnutrition situation and improve food security in the country. We are confident that you will continue to support these endeavors. It is my honor to close this online launching event because I know that this will not be our last. It is my hope that in our next event, we will be able to see you all face to face. Congratulations to all our organizers and technical team that made this a success. Thank you for attending this event. DOST-FNRI, kasama mo sa bawat yugto ng buhay at kabuhayan. Magandang umaga po at mag-ingat po tayong lahat. Mabuhay, maraming salamat.
Thank you, Dr. Calibo. And to capture this special event, let's have a photo opportunity. So may I request po our participants to open your videos. While waiting po sa ating participants na i-open ang kanilang video, I would like to remind them po to kindly accomplish po and log your attendance sheet and yung evaluation form po natin na nasa chat box. Okay po. Okay po. Technical team, please be ready for a screenshot. We have 15 panels. It will take a while. So, first panel in 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Second panel in 3, 2, 1, smile. Third panel in 3, 2, 1, smile. Fourth panel, 3, 2, 1, smile. Fifth panel po. In 3, 2, 1, smile. Sixth panel. Three, two, one, smile. So, I think po, yun po yung nag-open ng video. So, I would like to request po to have a photo op po with our Tech Chens and Dr. Bantog po. Sir
Testing
Bats?
po, Engineer Maristine.
Sino Engineer Charlie? Engineer Marie, nasaan po sila?
Chard.
Thank you.
While waiting for the team, please don't forget to log your attendance using the link provided sa ating chat box and our evaluation form. This will be the basis for your certificate of attendance.
Also requesting Regional Director Nancy Bantog of DOST CAR.
Nandyan na. Si Secretary, nandyan na rin. So, I think complete na. Si Kabsek na lang ang wala. Bads. Pero umalis na ata po. Ayan na si Kabsek. Opo. Kompleto na po.
All right, on my count. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Janelle, wala si Dr. Kapansana. Sir, paki-open mo naman po, sir, yung camera mo. Yan na. Okay.
Hello, Doc Mar.
Nakamute ka, sir.
Okay po. Doc Mar?
Nakamute.
Yeah, okay.
Ayan.
Hello po. Hello, Kabsek. Hello, Sek.
Sige. Sige,
Okay
Janelle.
Another photo up po. Okay. In 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay po. Thank you po.
Can we have a picture also with the TDSTD, sina Dr. Milflor?
Okay po, Doc Mel. Technical team.
Saan po? Ayan. Si Dr. Mil. Nasabihan mo na, Bads? Dr. Milflor?
Yes po, ma'am. Let's wait lang po na mapin ng ating technical team po sina Doc Mel.
Okay, okay.
DSTSD. Okay.
Yan na siya. Hello, Doc Mil. Napuyat ba tayo? Parang hindi puyat, ano? Okay na ata tayo, no, Janelle and Leia? Okay.
Ayan, si Sir Alex. Okay
Si Alex, at saka si JP, wala, no?
All the other sneaks, JP.
Dito po ako, Doc.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay po. Okay po. Technical team ready? In 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay po. Thank you po.
Thank you po. Kabsek, maraming salamat, Secretary. Salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Carlo. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Congrats, Sec Boy. Congrats.
Maraming salamat po. Before we let you go, please hear these important announcements. Please join us in drum beating our upcoming 75th anniversary on July 1, 2022. We have various events lined up for you. Also, mark your calendars for the DOST Food Safety Virtual Presser on October 28 or 29. Stay tuned to DOST FNRI Facebook page for more details. We will also be scheduling Technology Forum on Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato Variant. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and also be reminded that today is Friday and we encourage everyone to watch DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña's weekly report via DOST TV this 4 p.m. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program this morning. Without a doubt, you all made this launch a success.
Yes, Miss Leia. And by the way, please don't forget your attendance as well as answer the evaluation form through the link provided in our chat box. On behalf of the DOST FNRI, thank you all for taking time from your busy schedules to join us this morning. It's been our pleasure to host this online launch of Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato Variant. Ready, set, go. Enhanced Nutribun Sweet Potato. Again, our heartfelt gratitude to all our stakeholders. Thank you, Miss Leia, for being my co-host this morning.
Thank you, Ms. Janelle, and thank you for the opportunity to be among with wonderful people who have heeded the call for a well-nourished Philippines. Once again, I am Leia.
And I am Janelle.
And ako
Enjoy
po
the
si
rest of the
Vance.
day.
Let us all stay safe.
Maraming salamat po
po.
sa inyo. Thank you. Mga team, salamat. Team Puyat. Salamat.
Salamat po, Dasman.
Marks, get set, go! Marks, get set.